Hi, my name is Michelle Bickley, and today I'd like to share with you some prenatal yoga exercises. Just a few simple exercises that you can do in all stages of pregnancy to help alleviate some of the tension and pain that comes along with pregnancy, and also to help get you ready for your birth, for your labor. So first is our cat pose, and this is typically one of the favorite poses to do for several reasons when you're pregnant. This pose is safe in all stages of pregnancy. And you start on your hands and knees, spread your fingers a lot. You want your weight to be in your knuckles to take away any pressure at all from your wrists. Sometimes the wrist joint can start to hurt throughout pregnancy. Several joints might complain a bit when you're pregnant. If that's the case, you can come up on your fists and have your palms facing towards each other as a nice modification. So hands are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips, and of course we inhale and relax the heart forward between the hands, and then exhale, round the tailbone down, drop your head down, and totally soften your belly. And you'll just start a nice, slow, smooth, beautiful breath, moving your spine in a way that feels very liquidy, as if you're moving through water. And what you're going to start to do is alleviate some of the tension that happens in the lower back from carrying all the weight of the baby around in the front of you. This is also a great pose to do to help baby get into the optimum birthing position. So this will help maneuver baby around and encourage the head to be down. If that's not the case, if the head's already down, then the head's going to stay down because that's the heaviest part of the baby. So as you're doing this, maybe close your eyes and just hear your breath, feel your breath, notice what parts of your body move as you breathe, and start to explore a little bit. You have all of these different directions you can move in to get into spots that might be holding tension or stress. You can lean and press into the lower back and start to work into the SI joint and the hips a little. You can lean and press into the other side. You can move the pose up into your shoulder blades and press underneath the shoulders. We carry a lot of stress in our neck and our shoulders, and just keep pressing and moving your body around until you find the places that feel good to you, the sweet spots. When you find a good spot, that's where you'll stay and breathe. Breathe in a little bit of peace. Exhale a smile. Send that smile right to baby. And then you can also start to circle. You can make circles around, and this helps open up the hips a little bit. We know we need open hips for birth. You can take this as deep as you want, as slow or as fast as you'd like, as you kind of settle back into child's pose, which is another wonderful pose to do throughout your pregnancy to help relieve back tension. You're going to open your legs wide enough apart so that there's room for your belly. And then you can move it up, even taking it into a little back bend, opening up your heart a bit, or just keep the circles small. You go one way and then go the other. And you can also take barrel roll circles. So kind of shifting the orientation of the circle and getting a whole new set of muscles to relax and release. Do this several times a day throughout your pregnancy. It's one of the best poses that you can do and explore. And we just talked about child pose, so I'll go back to that for a second. You can also take a couple of pillows and support your child's pose. You can place it under your chest and your head. Just hold on to it, let it feel good, and you can build the pillows up as much as you need to feel really supported. You can press the mat away and work your hips back to your feet, again, stretching into the good spots, softening and relaxing, breathing, send your breath right to your baby. Yeah. And then one of my other favorite poses to do during pregnancy is downward facing dog. This helps get the baby weight off of your back and open the back. It's nice to take this pose with your feet wide apart, as wide as your mat. It's nice to do it with a bend in your knees so you can pull your hips and lengthen your spine and stretch it out and let your head hang. This is a great place to breathe. And again, start to explore it a little. Notice what feels good in your body. What feels good for you is going to feel good for baby. And just start to let it feel really beautiful to breathe. Always rest when you need to. I love taking a belt in downward facing dog. And it really can be any belt, doesn't have to be a yoga belt. Put the metal part or the buckle part in the back of you and just place the belt right over your elbows, right above your elbows. And you want your arms to be as wide as your shoulders. And then you just come back into downward facing dog again, tucking your toes under, lifting your hips up and back. Again, just like when you were on all fours, press into your knuckles to take the tension out of your wrists. And then you can just rest your forehead on this belt, and it helps relieve tension and stress, supports you and holds you. You can just stay here and breathe and enjoy. You can also put a yoga block or pillows under your forehead and then gently come out of it after a few breaths. Beautiful. And then the last pose I would like to share with you is our pregnancy squat. You can have a couple of pillows handy or a yoga block handy. You want to take your legs wide, wide, wide apart and then gently ease your hips down to the floor. You can take a yoga block and put it right under your sit bones. Take a couple of pillows and place them under your sit bones, whatever helps you feel supported. You want your knees always to be over your middle toes as they're opening, and you can use your elbows to help open your inner thighs. So this helps relax and soften your pelvic floor, again preparing it for birth. It also helps open your hips. We start to work the hips open. It helps relieve some of the tension in the back that comes throughout pregnancy. This is a great place to breathe. So just remember your intention. Inhale a little sunshine. Send it to baby. Exhale some gratitude. This amazing miracle that's happening inside of you right now. Beautiful breath. And you can also work your Kegels here, or your Mula Bandha if you practice that. As you inhale, you can just imagine the pelvic floor and lifting the muscles of the pelvic floor up into you on your inhale breath, like a little elevator lifting up. And then exhale, relax and release them. This is going to help tone and strengthen the pelvic floor muscles. And just stay with your breath. On your inhale, a little lift in the pelvic floor. On your exhale, gently release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. You can do these Kegel exercises in the car, at a red light, while you're brushing your teeth, in the shower, several times a day. It will help prepare you for birth. It will also help strengthen deep inside of your core and help with afterbirth, after all of those muscles have been stretched and baby has come out into the air breathing world. Do them again. Strengthen, tone, breathe. So those are a few of my favorites. We'll do some more another day. Namaste. Enjoy.